Hello, Valley View fourth graders. This is Mrs. Van Eperen. I'm excited to be sharing your first reading lesson with you. I hope you took the time to read the first chapter of Number of the Stars. It's a really good book. What we're going to do today is we're going to read start our book clubs, and we're going to go through our first session, and it's called Reading Analytically at the Start of a Book. So it's basically just understanding the book and going a little bit deeper and really becoming part of it and understanding what the characters are going through. That's what reading analytically means. Studying parts and clues and finding those clues that will help you become part of the character and actually feel some of the feelings that they're feeling and being part of the setting and everything that I've talked to you about before. Getting lost in the book. So that's what we're going to look at today. Our lesson, we're going to take a journey through time. We've done that in several of our books that we've read this year. We're going to be studying historical fiction, and this probably is my favorite topic. I love history. It takes you right there as if you were part of that time and place. Here are some examples or some pictures that will give us a better idea of some of the experiences that may have occurred. Historical fiction may happen in a war zone. Your book could have been written about the American Revolution, and we've been studying that. So those were, we really dug deep and got a better understanding of what actually occurred and what happened during this time frame. You may be someplace wild and wonderful. You may be in a dust storm running for your life. And you may be mining for gold. That may be something that is of interest of yours. Our goal today, though, is to have you look for those clues in historical fiction and to help you become part of the book or part of the character, to feel the character's feelings, to understand why they are or why they respond the way they do. Understanding the mood and conflict. What I want you to do is I want you to listen to this part of a story, and I want you to think about, what do you think the setting looks like? What are some of the tensions that may be occurring? This is taking place in World War II. It's in Germany at this time, and it's Rose Blanche. And it's about a little girl that lives in Germany. And this is the part that I want you to just think about simple things like the setting and the mood that's going on. My name is Rose Blanche. I live in a small town in Germany with narrow streets, old fountains, and tall houses with pigeons on the roofs. One day the first truck arrived and many men left. They were dressed as soldiers. Winter was beginning. Now the trucks follow each other under the school windows. They are full of soldiers. We don't know, but they wink at us. They drive tanks that make sparks on the cobblestones. They are so noisy and smell like diesel oil. They hurt my ears, and I have to hold my nose when they pass by. Okay, do you get a feeling, a mood? The setting, it's in Germany. They're on narrow streets. I kind of get a feeling of the place. Having traveled across to Italy, it kind of gives me that image in my brain right now. The mood is kind of not too stressful yet, but I'm kind of getting a type of a mood. Something's going on. There's like change happening. Okay. So what I want you to do is I'm going to read this next part, and I want you to pay close attention to the setting, the mood, and the conflict. And do you realize or do you see any change occurring as I read? Sometimes it seems things haven't really changed, but my mother wants me to be careful crossing the street between all the trucks. She says soldiers won't slow down. Lots of times I walk by the river, just looking at it. Branches float along and sometimes old broken toys. I like the color of the river. It looks like the sky. The trucks are fun to watch. We stand in the doorway as they pass. We don't know where they are going, but we think they're going someplace on the other side of the river. One day, one of them stopped so the soldiers could repair the engine. A little boy jumped from the back of the truck and tried to run away. But the mayor was standing there in the middle of the street. They grabbed the little boy by the collar and brought him back to the truck. Then he smiled at the soldiers without speaking, and they thanked him. The sky was gray. The soldiers climbed back into the truck. Doors banged shut, and it pulled away. It happened very fast. Okay, now I want you to think about, do you feel that the place is changing at all? Do you recognize any signs of trouble? Is there anything different? Okay. As a reader of historical fiction stories, that's what we kind of do, especially in the beginning. We pay close attention to what the author wants us to grasp from the story. The author chooses to place characters in certain settings for a reason. The mood is set and established. The author decides what mood they're going to place in that section for a reason. And you, as a reader, need to start understanding as you're reading what is going on and what's happening to these characters. So, what you're going to do today is you will now start enjoying your historical fiction book you have chosen on your own. What our goal is, we want you to read chapter 1. And what we want you to do today is we want you, as readers, to pay close attention to the work an author does to establish the setting at the start of the book. And as you read, ask yourself the questions from today's anchor chart. Okay? So our goal was read analytically, studying parts that clue them into the facts, feelings, or settings. Thank you for listening, and I hope you will enjoy your first historical fiction book with our group. I miss all of you, and I cannot wait to see you and give you big hugs. Have a good day. Bye.